I was just watching a show, time for your reading, and the guy said, I am so afraid of losing myself again. I don't risk relationships. I don't even bother trying. Because I lost myself once. Here's the Emperor. I lost myself once, and I don't ever want to know what that feels like again. Now, the reason you're hearing this, with strength in reverse underneath this, for my dear masculines, you only lost yourself because at the time you didn't know better. It is not that you weren't strong enough. It wasn't that there was something wrong with you or that love is only abusive. My dear heart, please hear me. It is a codependency wound. I want you to look into it. It comes from childhood, trying to make the female authority figures in your life happy because your life was contingent on their happiness and attention. Your people-pleasing wounds that you want to say is not there while you still feel lonely in a crowded room come from that wound, from mother wounds, from abandonment wounds, from rejection wounds, from neglect wounds. This does not make you weak in any way. It actually makes you even stronger because now you have the tools to figure out how to level up even more. Going with the flow of your healing, looking into these topics, understanding that your divine true mate is going to be this glorious high priestess who never, ever makes you feel you need to be anything other than you. Part of the only thing you also didn't understand at that time was you were like a raw stone that just got pulled out of the earth. It was all jagged and sharp edges. Everything that happened that makes you believe that you would lose yourself, your identity, your freedom, your self again, came from you needing to be tumbled and pressurized by situations and experiences so you could keep learning and evolving through what unhealthy love, low frequency energy connection of conditional love was like. No man becomes an emperor without having going through all the different war lands. Earth, air, fire, water, cups, swords, wands, pentacles. And that's how you become the emperor. So all of those situations made you look into your money more, made you work into your career more, made you have to look into yourself more. But the only way you become the emperor is by looking at everything around you and go, what do I do for me to fix me and my kingdom? Because you knew you couldn't fix the others around you. And the only way you are an absolute perfect match for your high priestess who's been doing all of this work is you recognizing that and doing your work, healing out the codependency wounds, the enmeshing wounds, the people-pleasing stuff that you do, thinking from childhood, it'll make them stay. It'll make them care. It'll make them treat me nice. If I don't argue, if I don't disagree, if I say, yes, that's how I feel too, you're so right, it'll keep you safe. It'll keep you fed. It'll get you congratulated instead. Because of the childhood wounds from either mother, grandmother, aunts, whoever was raising you at that time, made your throat chakra go crazy too. Like, I can't talk my actual truth because I'll be harmed for it. I'll made to be silenced for it. I won't feel strong. I won't be my emperor self. I need to just make sure everybody likes me. No, baby. No. You survey your kingdom. It's in your hands to do the development, because you don't have to be strong and raging to go with the flow, knowing intuitively within you that your divine mate, your true kingdom spouse, your high priestess is waiting. She's been doing her healing, whatever pronouns work, but She's been doing her healing. She's been connecting to the divine. She is a magical light being waiting for her emperor, you. And you get this by working through those people-pleasing, codependency, childhood wounds. And you can say, I have none of that. Maybe look into it again. For the sake of your true divine mate. For the sake of you. For the sake of every time you feel a spark and then say, never mind, I don't want to risk it. And feel that hurt later on in the dark. Maybe look into it again for the moments of such sorrow and despair that you get. That doesn't need to be there anymore. Divine love is at your door. Por favor, look into it, babe. You're meant to be so glorious. And the things that were done to you and the way you were treated to make you think that your habits, patterns, beliefs, shame on them. I'm sorry it was done. But you couldn't be able to understand your high priestess and the hells that she walked through if you didn't have to go through it too, love. She will understand every aspect of your story and be like, wow, you are so strong. And I never get like this. That's how powerful this is. That's how much spirit is pushing through. That's how much truth this is. And how much pain from you I feel. And you can say, it's not there. Babe, you've turned that whole heart chakra into Fort Knox. But you gave nobody the code, not even you. Of course you think there's nothing there. It was safer if there wasn't. That causes decay, my love. That causes mold if no air can get in. No oxygen, no fire, remember? So if you seal this off completely, thinking it protects you, it makes you sick. And the only people that wind up coming into your reality are ones that are fine with you having a closed off heart and a disconnected mind. And those are not people you're gonna ever really want to be around. But they will keep popping up to prove the beliefs that you've decided are true, not that they're actually true. You can desperately want someone, but if you're too afraid that they will hurt you, change you, force you to have a life that you've once had, healthy can't come in, just someone who will prove that thought again and again. The names and faces will change, but the people, no matter what they look like, names are, ages, descriptors, they'll still give you the same kind of results if you don't open this back up or at least put a passcode of some kind. How about a retina scan? She's got one eye that will sparkle more than another. Something. And start working on those wounds. Because it's not a weakness that you have them. It's a strength. Only the strongest are given the wounds you have to conquer through them, so that when your true love starts crumbling and telling you the stories of hell and harm that she went through, the fires of hell that she had to walk through to make it here, to speak to you, to look at you, you'll get to say, I understand you, and not be lying. And that will be so worth it for you. Everything you want is on the other side of these wounds. Please. 939 on my clock. 939 on the timer clock. And 88 on my battery. Don't let the fears of things that happened previously be a deciding factor in your current reality. You deserve so much better. And she's waiting for you. Are you going to make her wait any longer for you? Please.